Welcome back to my studio. We are going to do a test pour tonight on um, a casting and a new product and my resin to see what the difference is in clarity and bubbles in small um, molds. My resin, you can, well, you've seen me do it, my crystals, so they're not very deep. This is the deepest one I've got, so it does my resin well cast this, but it's not a casting resin, so it's not meant for bigger molds. But I just want to test its clarity and the bubbles. Also, there is a new resin. I've already tried it for art. It is in my product line. It's a test. I've tried it for art. I find it really thin, so I'm not sure I like it for art, but I want to try this because supposedly it will hold up to a little larger mold, so more like this, so we will see. And then we do have a casting resin to see, because I noticed today when I put up my picture with my candle that I did with my cluster on top, that the cluster looked kind of yellow, and I just made those a little while ago, so with this, so I want to compare mine to it. But I'm going to do a small ocean pour tonight, and I know you're getting sick of those, and actually probably so am I, but I wanted to try the new glass beads, because if you saw my little video this morning, you can't really tell on the color. I put them on the black. You can't really tell if you're just looking at it, but the minute it hit the light, oh my God, the sparkle was unbelievable. So I want to try the glass beads as the sand, and since my board is a tanned color, I didn't prime it. I'm just going to leave it, and we're going to see how this turns out. So I'm going to bring you on down. We are using the colors we're going to use tonight are, I combined my Torridon and my evening teal together to make a color. I've got a new color that I'm trying. It's ocean blue, but it won't be named that. My Calamalaka, which will be in next week. It's the only color that didn't come, and my winter white. So those are the colors we're going to use tonight. So here we go. Oh, no, we're not. We're not plugged in. You know, I know if you guys could verbally talk back to me, you'd be telling me, for God's sakes, Deborah, plug that damn heat gun in. Glue it in. Tape it in. Right? Right. So I did a class the other day. I had four lovely ladies from our neighborhood come over, and they did their very first resin piece, and they also worked on one of these gorgeous round boards with the round edges that are up on the website. These are friggin' awesome. They loved it. They did an excellent job for their very first time. They chose to do an ocean pour. So their piece is cured overnight, and I'm going to sand off any drips on the back tomorrow, and they're picking them up. And I think I've turned them into monsters because they want to come back and learn how to do the serving trays and all that good stuff. So I've introduced them to the addiction of resin, and we all know what that's about. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour where I think I want the sand. And these are my little tiny glass beads. And it will be my sand. For this beach scene. And if you can tell, in some spots it's blending right into the resin. See, if I was going to do this like I did yesterday on a piece, I'd wait until I'd come back down. I'd let the piece set for a bit and then come back down and put the glass beads on, which feels just like glass sand. It really does. But I want this to blend right in. So there we go. Okay, so now I'm going to start with my dark and have my dark ocean. Coming back in. This is that beautiful color I love. And these are the two that I mixed, the teal and the Torridon. And I'm just going to let them blend a little bit, do their own thing for a second. Maybe add a little heat with the torch. As you can see, no bubbles to burst in my resin, but I want to move it around a little bit. See where it's going to move. And now I will add some white. Make my waves. Okay, so now let's take the heat down to this. Blowing off the sand. That didn't stick. Okay, so I'm going to need more white. I want to see if I can blow that. Let's add some clear and see if we can get that to move up. There we go. Back in. And we'll know when it dries tomorrow if that is going to sparkle. There's a chunk from my cup that I guess I didn't get cleaned out. This is why I always leave resin in my cup, because I'm not always level. Even though it says it's level, I think it's the table that's not. So I lose some colors. I've got to get my husband to adjust it. If you guys know of any of those tables that are out there that have the levels on the legs, know where you can get those, where it tells you if the table's level or not? Could you let me know where you got it? Because I'd love to have one. You just adjust the legs and they level it out. Okay, so I'm going to leave it like that. I'll see if I can get some more cells to come out. But when you don't have a lot of room to play, oh, guess what? My hair. When you don't have a lot of room to play because you want to keep the colors separate, you're gonna have issues with getting a lot of cells, because you need that movement to be able to manipulate those cells. But let's see how it turns out. And there we go. Okay, we're gonna leave it, and we're coming over here, and we're going to do, we're going to do the test on the different resins. Now, this one is the casting resin, and I'm going to pour it into 2 molds, just clear. I'm not adding any color, I'm not adding any glitter. I want it clear so we can see how it turns out. Then I'm going to take, this is the tester resin from my company. I'm just testing this, guys. I don't know, but look, no bubbles. But I do see my hair stuck to me. Okay, no bubbles. So let's see when this turns out if there's any bubbles. We won't know till tomorrow. I'll give each one of them, and you'll watch me a blast of the torch. Oh, I almost blew that, guys. There we go. And this is my resin. The resin that, Northern Lights resin, that I use for art. It's not a casting resin, but it will cast small molds like these, or some of my flat molds. It does a great job on my flat molds. So, okay, so we're going to give each of them a blast. Of the heat gun to make any initial bubbles pop. And let's hope. Okay, that's it. We're going to leave it at that. Okay. We're going to leave it at that. No more torching. Any bubbles that come up, we'll either hope, oh, there's something in there though. We'll either hope for the best and none of them bubble and they're nice and clear, and we'll wait and see tomorrow how this turns out. Okay guys, so thanks for being with me for this test. It was just a fun little night to see, we'll know in the morning how these turn out. Don't forget, tomorrow night I'm going to Canella's and she's going to teach me, we're both going to have our cameras going again, and she's going to teach me how to do the Dutch pour. And I am really excited because I'd love to try it. And see, I haven't done acrylic in a while, so this will be fun. And I get to meet her doggy, which I'm excited about because he's gotten a lot better now. So, okay guys, you have a wonderful evening, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye.